Hi heathens! So today's video is going to be a good old-fashioned like try on first impressions, except not fully first impressions. So this is the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. I received this in my BoxyCharm Premium. It was not my choice item, but BoxyCharm accidentally sent me both choice items. So the reason it's not technically a first impressions is because I did swatch some during that video. I just haven't put any on my face. So it's a first impressions in that aspect. These products from this palette have not gone on my eyeballs yet. Now, I have tried plenty of Huda Beauty shadows in the past. I love the little Obsessions palettes. I have Sapphire, Emerald, Amethyst, and I think I have the Topaz, but I haven't seen it recently, so where it went is beyond me. And I love those. I did have the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette, but I found that even though it was like pinks and neutrals, I found that I wasn't reaching for it, and so I didn't see the need for it to take up space in my collection, because the way that I try to view palettes is, obviously there are palettes I'm not going to be able to use for every day. This is actually probably one of them, because at my job I have to kind of lean more neutral, or at least like toned down. So like the oranges and pinks in here I could probably use, but not like the blues or like the super sparklies, which is what I'm going to use for this video. So if it's a neutral palette and I find that I'm not reaching for it, or kind of actively avoiding using it, especially if I put it in the bathroom, which is kind of where my last chance palettes go, because that's where I tend to get ready in the mornings for work, there's no use holding on to it because I'm clearly not drawn to it for whatever reason. And I found that that was the case with the Rose Gold palette. So we're going to give this palette a go. I think it's gorgeous, and I'm very excited to use some of these shades. So we're going to start off with a very fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into Momentum, which is like a very neutral shade, and that's what we're going to use to kind of build our base. I say we like anyone's following along. You're not. You're just watching. Well, I mean, you might be, but I doubt it. I'm not exactly a tutorial page, and I have no idea what I'm doing here. So, I don't even know what colors I'm going to use yet. I know which ones are speaking to me the most, but the ones that are speaking to me the most might wind up making the look a little boring. The ones that are speaking to me the most are the blues. I use blue shadows a lot, so it might be a little overdone for me. So let's go into Libra, which is this nice light purple shade. And like I said, I did swatch a few of these. Well, I'd say almost most of them. Almost most. I'm just going to tap that all over and then start to blend it up into the crease. I swatched a good majority of them in my BoxyCharm video, and they seem to swatch really well, which, you know, the other palette did as well. I just feel like this one has a little more life to it. I feel like it could be used in more situations, which gives it... Okay, granted, you can use neutrals for anything. I tapped into the wrong shade. This eye's gonna look a little different. If it looks different enough, I'll even out the other eye. I accidentally tapped into Crash while I was talking, which is like the neutral brown beside this shade. But, yeah, I guess technically the Rose Gold palette you could use for just about any occasion. But for those of you who know me, I'm not that drawn to pinks. So I was really only using the more neutral tones in that palette. And like this palette has a few like pinky-ish shades, but it's not, you know, half pink. And I have a few pink palettes that are like mostly pink that are my go-tos for if I need or want a pink shade. So I don't need that many more, which is why I think I was okay with parting with the rose gold palette. I'm now going to tap into Hot Mess, which is the like deeper purple. Same brush, not switching brushes yet. I don't know if you can see that. We're going to start deepening that outer crease. But I feel like I've seen so many people use this palette for so many really nice looks that, you know, it's not a palette that I would have gone out of my way to purchase individually unless it was on a steep sale, because I am very particular about what palettes I spend. Okay. I thought I stabbed the palette for a second. Let me change how I'm holding it for this. I'm particular about palettes that I spend that much money on. I have to either be really invested in the brand or really believe in the formula. I think the most expensive palette I own that I bought was the Indi Beats Platinum Hits Volume 1. And it is a like fully shimmer glitter metallic palette that is duochromes and worth every cent of what I paid, because it can literally complement any shadow, any look, anything, and just really enhance a look. So I feel like that palette is versatile enough and I reach for it enough that it was worth the investment. So, all right, now, I think I'm going to take the shade Ultraviolet, which is this one, on my finger. So pretty. And we are just going to lay that all over the lid, kind of leaving a little bit of space on the outer corner where the shadow is, like not fully overlapping that. I'm going for just a little bit more. I'm going to go in for a little bit more for the other eye too. So I'm wondering what this shade would be like on a brush with some setting spray. Give me a second. Clean off my finger. Let's find a nice kind of flat brush. I just want to see if I can really enhance the middle. So it picked up. Now let's see how it applies. I just threw something in the trash and I'm not sure what it was. A little bit. I feel like it's definitely better with a finger. You can definitely see the brush marks in the palette. Ooh, okay. So that eye, it did go on a little brighter. Doesn't blend out with a brush the best. I just feel like I'm kind of dragging it around and creating bald patches. But it presses well with a brush. I don't know if y'all can see the difference there. I'm going to try to get, ooh, I made a big dent. I'm going to try to get up close for this eye. And just press. Yeah, that's pretty. I like it better with my finger. I don't know if you can see the kind of marks that I left. I'm going to tap, same brush, so I have some of that glitter. I'm going to tap back into Hot Mess, which is that like maroon purple shade. And take that under the outer corner a little bit. Whoop. And then I'm going to take the same brush, just tap one end or one side into that shade, and tap onto the edge here. And then slightly drag across the crease. All right, now I'm going to take my pinky finger and tap into Cosmic, which is this like light champagne-y purple pink for the inner corner. And then same thing on the other eye. And then I'm going to take a little bit, it's kind of chunky, so I'm going to take just a little bit of Supermoon, which is the like white glitter, and tap it over my highlight. And I'll show you the before and after better on this side. So before and after. That is just like so gorgeous. It picks up so many different colors in the light. And I think that's gonna be it. So let me throw on some mascara to replace what came off. I'm using my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, you already know. And I'm just gonna try to not poke myself in the eye this time. One with, one without. Dip back in. One day I'm going to pass out while I do that. I hold my breath so bad while I'm putting on mascara. Now, I think I want gloss for this look. Let's do the ColourPop So Juicy and Show Off. Initially, this color looks very concealery, but once you've got it mixed around both lips, it like shears out enough to be wearable. But I do find that it's guilty of the butthole lip look. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so far I'm very happy with this palette and I can't wait to use more shades. I'm kind of inspired to do something a little more off the wall next time. So let me know if you want to see that. Oh, I just realized there's plastic on the front. Do we want a little peely moment? Ooh, that was unfortunate. Let's try again. Ooh, look at that reflection. It's gorgeous. Okay. I'm very excited. Like I said, I want to kind of play around with it a little bit more because I have a few ideas, especially after using that one shade as a highlighter, because that's stunning. Like if I could buy that as a full-size highlighter, I totally would. But I want to play around with some of these other shades, and I really kind of want to play around with Vortex. You know what, actually? I'm going to take the flat brush that I was using a minute ago, and I'm going to tap into Vortex, which is that like deepest shade. And again, I'm doing the thing where I'm only putting it on one side. I just want to see if I can tap it out here to really, yeah, needs to go up a little higher though. I just really want to build the definition out here on this outer corner. And up through the crease. so you can really see it, like when I close my, or when I open my eyes, not just when I close my eyes is what I was trying to say. Because I do have slightly hooded eyes, and while I'm not fully versed in looks that are the best for hooded eyes, because I like to just have fun, I feel like sometimes when I do things like this and it's a lot deeper right above where the shimmer starts, it kind of makes it pop even more when I have my eyes open, because you get to just see the difference. Not my best blend job in the world, because I'm just throwing that on last minute just to see. You can see part of my eye right there where it's just not wanting to stick anything, which this is nothing against Huda Beauty. I find this happens from time to time with any shadow just on my eye, particularly that eye, but sometimes this eye. If anyone knows a way around that, let me know. And I have tried eyeshadow primers. It does not always help with that little issue. See, this eye's kind of doing it, just not as intensely as that one was. Okay, well, that is it. Let me know your thoughts down below. I know this is a very, very popular palette, especially right now, especially with Euphoria, which I have not watched, but I have seen this palette referenced a lot in Euphoria looks. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe to see more of my content, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.